Hi, everyone. My name is Susie McClanahan. I'm the Senior Fair Housing Rights Program Manager at the Equal Rights Center. And I'm really excited today to introduce you all to Candice, who is our 2023 Advocate for Change.
Hi. Hi, I'm Candice. I'm 37 years old. I have three children. They are 16, 7, and 5. And I've been a Washingtonian all my life. And I am the 2023 Housing Advocate Award winner this year.
So we first heard from Candice, I think it was in fall of 2021. Does that sound right?
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had contacted me because you had run into a property that had told you they weren't taking vouchers at the time. And we helped you file a housing discrimination complaint. That actually settled for, I want to say, around $7,000.
Correct.
And then the landlords also committed to putting in a non-discrimination policy and attending training so that they knew housing discrimination laws moving forward. And then you contacted me again this fall, almost a year after the first time you reached out to us, with ultimately 3 more complaints of discrimination based on the fact that you're using a housing voucher and landlords either saying that they didn't want to rent to you because of assumptions about voucher holders, or with the new law that went into effect last year, and when the additional protections for folks with vouchers based on credit screenings and minimum income requirements, they were denying you also based on credit as well.
Correct.
And so you're now on complaint number 4 of housing discrimination in about a year.
It's crazy.
So what has your housing search process been like?
It has been I have the Section 8 voucher, and it's just always, it's like a stereotype behind it. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, they just think that you're going to ruin their property or, and I've already expressed to them, like, you're going to get your rent in full, but it's been really rough. It has. Like, I've been trying to move for the past 2 years and nothing.
So in the most recent round of complaints that we assisted you with, we actually did outreach directly to those landlords ahead of time to try to address the issues that you were experiencing so that you could hopefully secure a unit.
Right.
And that did not work out. And so you've now filed what is your 4th complaint at the DC Office of Human Rights.
Yes.
Can you talk a bit about why you've chosen to go forward with filing these complaints, despite the fact that I know it's a really long time commitment for you?
I've decided to go forward so that, other people looking for housing doesn't have to deal with this kind of thing, and so that people can be more educated and more informed about this. Even if you don't have a Section 8, it's still, there's still people that discriminate, against you, like for, race, sexual preference, and things like that. So that's another reason why I just decided to go forward with it, so that, it can get put out there and people will be more aware of it.
Source of income discrimination has been illegal for almost 2 decades now. Landlords are continually just saying, oh, I don't know, right? Like, I didn't know that was the law, but it's like, it's been 2 decades now. Like, you don't get to say that anymore.
Yeah, no, it's impossible for them to not know. Like, if you're in real estate or what have you, you should know. This is something that you should know. It's just like if you were protecting your property, you have insurance on your property or something. It's kind of like having insurance. You should know this. So.
Well, and one of the things, that I just so deeply admire about you, and, part of the reason that we wanted to award you the 2023 Advocate for Change Award is just how dedicated you've been to fighting this discrimination. This has been a process you and I have been involved in since the fall of 2021, and you just keep fighting and you keep filing these complaints so that other folks with vouchers aren't going through this experience, and so that those landlords and other landlords know that you can't keep treating people like this.
Absolutely.
And I just really admire the level of perseverance, of tenacity that you've shown in continuing with these complaints. I know that it's at minimum a multi-month process, and sometimes a multi-year process. And that takes a lot, out of you. You're trying to do your home search, and also now you have these other complaints that you have to go through the system with. And I think it also just highlights really the importance of larger systemic work happening, because really you shouldn't have to be doing that fight, right?
Right.
We should not be almost 20 years into source of income discrimination being illegal,
Right.
and folks still filing complaint after complaint after complaint to try to hold these landlords accountable.
Yes.
And so I think it really just speaks to a need for larger work to be happening, so that we can ensure that, going forward, you're able to secure housing, right? That your housing search isn't a multi-year process.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because it's a lot. I mean, having to go to work, I'm a single mom, so, having to raise my children, they have doctor's appointments, school, everything. And then on top of that, trying to find, proper housing, like, it's a lot. And it's already a lot going on in the world, like, and to have to deal with constantly just getting denied and then just trying all over again and starting at step one again, like, it's a lot. So I'm going to keep on, like, filing complaints and making sure that people are aware of, you can't do this.
Yeah.
You can't do this. Like, you have to do better.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. This has been really lovely.
Thank you. Yeah. And I appreciate you so much, Susie, and everyone at the Equal Rights Center.
Thank you.
Really do. Like, the work you all do, it's wonderful. Like, I always brag about the Equal Rights Center. I really do. I even made copies of the paper they give you at Section 8. I made copies and I give those to people if they are experiencing housing discrimination, and not just people that have Section 8, like any kind of housing discrimination. I let them know to reach out to the Equal Rights Center because they are very helpful, very informative, and they're on your side.